Hi friends, today I just want to show you how to know or how to identify the right hand thumb rule with the help of a small experiment. Before going to the small experiment, first we will see the concept of right hand thumb rule. We all are familiar with the right hand thumb rule, which says that whenever there is a current flow through a conductor, there will be a magnetic flux around the conductor, and whenever the current direction is shown with the help of thumb, we can have the flux with the curled fingers direction. This is one way of explaining the right hand thumb rule. Another way of explaining the right hand thumb rule is with the help of a small solenoid. Consider this as a solenoid on which we provided some winding. Through this winding, we are allowing a small amount of current. Whenever there is a flow of current through this winding, you will have the magnetic field created around this winding. With the help of magnetic field, we can identify the poles on that electromagnet, and these poles are called the virtual poles. The reason why these are called as virtual poles is these poles are not physically visible, hence they are called as virtual poles. So there are two ways of explaining the right hand thumb rule. When the thumb shows the current direction, the curled fingers will show the flux direction. When the curled fingers show the current direction, the thumb shows the flux direction. In both the ways we can explain. Now we will see this right hand thumb rule with the help of a small experiment. So to understand this experiment, I have taken two different electrodes. This is one electrode and this is another electrode. This is another electrode. Now I am connecting these two electrodes to a DC voltage source. My DC voltage source is a battery. Whenever an iron piece is magnetized with the help of a winding, then this iron is called as an electromagnet. So I am attaching a positive source to this electromagnet and negative source like this, so that an electromagnet is created. I am just making two electrodes with the help of two screws and copper winding and two batteries. Now we have two electrodes. Based upon the current flowing through this electrode, if you observe, through this electrode I am allowing the current in this direction. So you will have two virtual poles, north and south. Based upon the current through this winding, will have the current through this winding in the same direction, so you will have north and south. Now if you observe, there is no force of attraction or repulsion between these two ends, and now if you observe, see, based upon the direction of current flowing through these both electromagnets, these gets excited and the poles are created, According to this poles, see, these two are getting attracted. You can't find this attraction between these two. So we can say that these two are opposite poles and these two are opposite poles. So they will get attracted. In this way, we can understand the basic concept of electromagnetic fields with the help of a small experiment. Thank you for listening.